Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today we are going to do the dinner portion of our MRE International, which is a brand of MRE packers in South Africa. Ration pack day 3. And this was packed in 2020 or expires in 2023. This looks like it was packed in 2022, and this is just the stuff that is left, along with some of the field tablets and the matches and so on. If you want to see how this water purification powder works, go and check out Bourbon Street Joe's channel. He tested it. So what are we having? For a sort of a little snack before dinner, we've got our Provitas and our cheddar cheese. Funnily enough, they only have cheddar cheese. Some of the Cerex, some of their rations have, there's some other cheeses as well. You get the Gouda as well, and you get, I think, a Bolton one. But we've got the cheddar. We're going to use tomato sauce and the chutney in the curry because this is such little amounts of it. It's really, to use one dish is just too little. We're going to do the coffee where it's still over. We did actually do this before. We're going to do our strawberry super C. This coffee is a bit stronger than the stuff you get in the Ration Pack rations. A bit more of it in there, maybe a different type of coffee. It feels like it. It's coarser ground. Now our curry is a beef curry, 200 grams. And the problem here with, you can, like we do with some of the other stuff, squash your meat a bit, but you're not always sure what is exactly meat here and what is not, because there is vegetables in here as well, so it's a bit difficult to squash it. It is in a little sauce. This part of the ration you can eat cold because it's nice and saucy and all that. The samp, however, which is maize as in corn, but not sweet corn as in, this is regular corn, normally white. That is sort of just put into a big, or traditionally put into a, what is it, what do you call the thing? Pestle and mortar type thing, and just sort of the kernels are just sort of this dry, corn maize, and then the kernels are just cracked open, sort of mechanically, and then just boiled. It almost looks like popcorn, but it's not. It tastes very similar sometimes, or you get that popcorn taste as well, but it's not fried. It's just boiled up. So because you crack the kernel, unlike normal corn, it doesn't stay, it sort of puff open. That's where the popcorn come from. But this is a very starchy dish, and if you eat this cold, it will be not very pleasant, since this is basically sheet-like. You can all try it. I'm not going to, if you mix these two, and still do it cold, but this is better warmed up, and they give you the heating instructions. They never suggest on these that you can eat it cold, but some of the other dishes, some of the other ration makes actually do suggest you can eat it cold. Never on these, I've never seen it. But we're going to heat this up, make our coffee, and I will be back. So while we are waiting for our food, a Provita, it's sort of a wheaty biscuit. There's no salt on this. Almost it tastes like hard bread, but not really. Got that wheat taste, crunchy cracker taste. Quite an interesting thing if you can get your hands on it. Quite popular here in South Africa. So today we've just made a small little hole, so you can actually see the stiffness of this cheese. I think it's a bit not as runny as the American ones, but not as solid as some of the South African. This is between, I think, some of the triangular cheeses we get and the cheese spread. but more in the vicinity of the triangular cheeses. Much more salty than the Gouda is of this sort, but it's still got that processed cheese taste. So let's do our Super C, strawberry flavoured. Super C has got a tablet structure, sort of a pill tablet structure. If you bite on it, it sort of shatters into sugar. Very sugary, very sweet, very strawberry. But there's always sometimes, most of these, except I think the watermelon, it's got a little soury note as well. And it does contain, I don't know how much, but a little bit apparently of vitamin C. So our coffee, not extraordinarily strong coffee, but it's not as weak as the ones you get in the Ration Pack rations, or in most of the other South African rations I've had, both the Ration Pack and Cyric. It doesn't have that nutty taste though, but it's just coffee. So we're still waiting for our food to get hot. And I'll not bore you with, so I'll just return when the food is hot. Alright, let's see. Move over there. So here we've got our samp. You can see it almost looks like popcorn. Well, this being a white maize. And not sweet corn. There we go. Soft, chewy. Does need a bit of salt. But we're going to mix it with the curry soon. So you can see our curry. I'm using a SANDF fork here. There's potatoes, there's meat. And it's real meat. Nice curry flavour. I would like some a bit more sweetness to this curry. But we'll add some of the other stuff later. You can see there the potatoes, the meat real. There is sauce there, which well is a good thing. Now I'm not going to mix these immediately. Let's first mix our samp and our curry. So we've mixed it, and you can see it looks very much lighter with the samp mixed in. And it does gobble up some of the sauce anyway, so let's taste. It does have a burn. The samp and curry together, not the same taste as curry and rice will have, because you've got that maize taste with it. As I said, it's not a sweet corn taste. This is a genuine maize taste. So, but it's not bad. It's not something I would actually eat together, curry and rice, or curry and samp, just because, well, I'm not a fan of curry anyway, but to me it might be better than curry and rice. Well, actually not, but yeah. As I say, I'm not a huge curry fan. I'm more a sweet curry fan, which this is not quite. Curry here is more towards the Indian style, I think, than it is towards the Malaysian style. South Africa being sort of a mixture of different cooking styles, and a lot of the countries around and near India do have their own style of curries. I think the Malaysians more sweet curry-ish still today, but when they came into South Africa, they sort of brought the sweet curry with them. Or when they were brought to South Africa, they brought the sweet curry with them, and it sort of stick around. We've got quite a lot of sweet curry dishes, including bobotie, and of course you get sweet curry offal, which is the head of the sheep and stuff, and the stomach and the feet that's boiled in a pot. So let's taste. So the tomato sauce and ketchup, the tomato sauce, or as you would say ketchup, and chutney, not really a lot. You might think it's You concentrate hard, you might taste a bit of it in your curry, which to me improved the taste. It gives a little bit of tomatoey taste. Add a bit of the tanginess of the vinegar to this, and then the fruitiness of the chutney. And for those of you who don't know, chutney is sort of a fruity, vinegary, oniony mix. In South Africa we are used to Mrs. Ball's, so if you can find this international shop and you see Mrs. Ball's chutney, that is what we get here. Very nice condiment. It's not a jam, but it's still sweet because it's made of fruit. So this is my review. So what do I think? Coffee is nice. Just want to drink some coffee again. Not a bad coffee, not too astringent coffee. So the coffee was nice. The cheese, just normal processed cheddar. A bit salty, but that is how it is. I'm not gonna mix the... I don't think... oh well. Oh well, there we go. I don't think curry and cheese really fits together, but hey, if you want to try it, try it. So the cheese is not salty cheddar, goes well with the biscuits. I don't think it goes that well with the curry, but hey, you might feel differently. Just because we don't eat it with curry doesn't say it can't go there. The curry goes remarkably well with the samp. It's not as a neutral a flavor as rice would be. And it doesn't add the extra spices that the barbecue or the savory rice adds to the curry. This is actually a mild cuminy flavor, if there is any. More or less a real balanced curry. At one stage some of the South African curries were very cuminy. This is not so much, I think. I do think they changed the recipe a bit. The samp, you do need, if you want to eat the samp on its own, you do need to add some salt there. But the samp is to eat with the curry, to get all of the sauce. And to add some other structure to the meat, because the meat here gives the main structure. The samp is nice and soft, but it still has a structure to it. There's a lot of potato, which is quite soft as well. Maybe some other vegetables. It's not a bad curry. And then you've got the little sweetness of the tomato sauce or ketchup and the chutney. They could have had some more, then it would be a bit sweeter curry. Sort of more to the Malay style. If you ever have this with, say, apricot jam, you might actually add some of your apricot jam into your curry. It is sort of, I won't do those pink jam, it's not the same taste, but would go with a little bit of apricot or maybe peach jam in here might work, not the whole thing, just sort of a third of it, just to add some sweetness to it. It will sort of work. So this was our review of the MRE International Ration Pack Day 3. And it expires in 2023. I'm not sure exactly what type of ration pack this is, but it is sold as a SANDF Type ration, which just means it's in a box and it contains some of the same components, sort of roughly, that is in a SANDF ration. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe. Please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.